you asked me a question earlier about who will be able to stop the Detroit Lions, and I said themselves and their head coach. And I'm just saying, keep your foot on the gas. And the reason why, because I see a lot of weapons. You're talking about us. You're talking about the greatest show on turf. Well, now you can add the Detroit Lions in there, too. And I'm not talking about the records. I'm talking about what we see each week on the television. And Kimberly Martin said something talking about the physicality of this game. And rightfully so, because everything that the Detroit Lions have been doing, they've been stumping teams each and every week. And I don't know how to say, but what is it? After each week, the Lions play somebody. I mean, they play them, and then the following week the team loses, right?
Right.
That's right.
So I think, to me, for the Indianapolis Colts and everything that they have riding on them going forward, I want to see how physical the Indianapolis Colts is going to be. Kimberly Martin said she talked to the young Anthony Richardson, and he talked about what he had to do to really to try to steal a win from the Detroit Lions. So I just want to see what type of run game Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson is going to come up against this Detroit team.
The thing about the Lions that is so remarkable, we talk about greatest show on turf, flinging the ball over the place. Rex, this is near and dear to your heart. They have a rushing touchdown in 24 consecutive games. That is the longest streak in NFL history. So they can kill you with their offense any way you want to try and stop them.
Yeah, Greeny, great point. And look, it's almost like a starting pitcher with every pitch in the arsenal. Like, you've got a Nolan Ryan fastball, all right, because they can end up throwing it deep on you. They can do all that type of stuff. They can go intermediate.
Yeah.
That's a tough word for me. All right.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say Amon-Ra St. Brown has scored, 9 straight games with a touchdown and things like that. Tremendous receiver. Sam Laporta there.
8.
8. Okay. 9
It'll be
today.
9 today.
9 today. And by the way, that grounded pound, that doesn't work. Oh, really? They got two-headed monster,
yes. Yeah.
Right? And both of them share the love. I think the reason they're so damn good is because of Dan Campbell. They're not going to sit back there and wait. He's such a leader. They built this thing from the ground up, and that's why they're so dang dominant. And by the way, their defense is damn good, too. Aaron Glenn's done a great job with that defense. They're way more physical. Right now, they're the hardest team to complete a pass against. So, to me, I think, now they got their starting corner, the young stud out of Alabama, is not playing today. But I will say this. Do the Colts have a chance? That Anthony Richardson was so dang physical in that game. No, I'm saying it. No, but he had two. No, I agree with you.
You're saying no chance?
No.
No chance for Anthony Richardson coming off the best game of his career.
Again, it's the hardest word for young players sometimes, the word again. Can you do it again? This Anthony Richardson is, it's amazing what you have to teach players sometimes, all right? You draft the franchise quarterback, and you hope there's one thing you don't have to worry about, that this kid knows how to be a professional. So you passed all that, and now let's worry about getting you better on the field. They've had to re-step. I got to give it up for Steichen, because a couple weeks ago when they benched him, and I was like, this kid should be playing, he needed to be taught a lesson of professionalism, to hear words like punctuality and I need to learn to make a sacrifice, and the veterans taught me this week. He didn't know that. So you're at ground zero with teaching a kid how to be a professional, Rex, and how to be a...
This is what you get, though, when you draft a 20-year-old kid who had 13 college starts, though, Teddy. And I think this goes back to last year in the development process, that he needed to learn these things, right? And I do like that they did do this reset. And I think it showed up on tape. This was by far the best game of his career, right? And I think the biggest question mark for Anthony Richardson to answer long-term is, can he play in the pocket? And last week was a resounding yes. I mean, he made 8 to 10 throws in this game from the pocket that were big-time NFL throws, and a bunch of them clutch in that game-winning drive in the fourth quarter. I really liked what I saw from this kid. And again, I think he needed some maturing and growing up to do. And again, I thought last week was a big step. And on the note, again, I want to go back to this Lions offense, because it is historic. And I do think it is going to get talked about with the 07 Patriots and the Chiefs from 5 years ago. And it's almost to the point that the formula to beat them is you got to play keep away. You can't let them have the ball. And so today, with this ground and pound, Randy, that you brought up, not just Jonathan Taylor, but Anthony Richardson.
Yes.
I mean, you're gonna have to keep the ball. You're gonna have to go for it on some fourth downs. Don't limit their possessions. That's your only chance, because it's impossible to slow them down for 4 quarters.
A couple of weeks ago, people are wondering, how can you stop the Detroit Lions? Well, I seen the daggone pretty good Houston Texans defense get after Jared Goff and fluster him in the first half. They did prevail in the second half, but cutting the head of the snake off for the Detroit Lions, you hear that a lot, it's must. because there's no other player, no other 10 guys on that offense that you can stop and be like, hey, you did a great job. Jared Goff is must. So the Indianapolis Colts, they don't play a lot of man coverage, but that front four, being able to get after the quarterback, if they can't get after him, Bruce, there is no chance. I know the running game is going to be able to slow it down, but let's see what the front four defensively for the Indianapolis Colts brings
last
today.
thing about Anthony Richardson here and the continued lessons he has to learn, he's going to learn one today. You will lose. You're going to lose this game, but how you lose is important. There's going to be no tapping out, okay? There's going to be no looking for somebody else to save you. It's going to be still playing hard through 4 quarters versus the best team in the league, the most physical team in the league. Go out there and show them that you can still be a player for them.
Alex, remember last night you and I were talking about like how the bench can motivate you. Remember the Bobby Knight line about Ash meets bench? That's the best motivator there is.
Right.
And that kid responded. Now, my only question was, did he have that success because he was going against the Jets? And not the Jets, I'm saying this. It's the same exact defense he faces that Gus Bradley defense, their own defense is very similar to the Jets. Schematically, would that have been a reason why he was so successful? Because, guys, he had the worst completion percentage in the National Football League, and it went up to like 68%. To your point, staying in the pocket last week.
Randy Moss, take it away.
Man, shout out to Trav Hunter. Tough loss last night, but, man, we cannot keep the people waiting. I got my brother Rex Ryan with me. Week 12, you ready to rock and roll?
Oh, am I? I got a little something for you, Ivy Leaguers.
Well, let's start at number 5 then. Texas Tech versus Oklahoma State. Texas Tech, Mr. Morton takes a deep shot to Jalen Connors. Man, Conyers, I see you over there. Hey, Parker Robinson, what are you doing? Get your head around. That was sorry. You got Moss.
Well, let's go Bengals Chargers. Hey, load the cannon up. Justin Herbert, boom, launches one. Look at McConkey over there. Look, what a great catch right there. And that's over Mike Hilton, too, who's a great player. But you know what, Mike Hilton? You got Moss.
Man, let's stay in the NFL. Number 3, Falcons versus Broncos. Rookie sensation Bo Nix scrambling, rolling to his right. Man, it's the reason why you're having a hell of a season. Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, I see you. And then A.J. Terrell, look at your hand, my man. But since you didn't get it around, you know what the words are.
You got Moss. Let's go Ivy League. I hope they don't hit somebody with a book. It's Yale versus Harvard. Grant Jordan on the run. Look at him directing traffic, throws deep. David Penn. He helps his quarterback with a great play.
I see you.
And I tell you what, Gavin Shipman, you know what? You may be smart, my friend, but you're on here. You got Moss.
Number 1, North Carolina versus BC. BC's Grayson James throwing for the end zone. Reed Harris with the strong hand. Reed Harris, I see you, baby. Reed Harris, you're being coached by one of my former coaches, Billy O'Brien. Hey, man, you didn't get your head around, but you know what the words are, Mr. Allen. You got Moss.
I don't remember Marcus Allen ever getting mossed.
Hey, that's another Marcus Allen, but these is coming your way, my friend. Billy O'Brien, we got something coming your way. Shout out.
He doesn't hit somebody with a book.
Somebody got hit with a book in that one.
And that's how we will begin our hurry-up offense. And, Rex, I will start with you. They are a 10.5-point favorite today. The Chiefs are. So the question is, are they going to cover the spread today? Will we see a dominating performance from Kansas City?
They absolutely better. I think they will. But if they don't, huge red flags. You can't knock this football team out. You're in trouble.
Next up is Miami. We got the Dolphins taking on the Patriots today and then the Packers on Thanksgiving. Tedy, in the next 5 days, how many games are the Dolphins going to win?
I mean, I really like what the Dolphins are doing. I know it's a tough stretch in 5 days, but I'm going to say 2. I think they get both wins. I love what Drake May's doing, but Tua is starting to take off with this offense. Finally healthy. Receivers are with him. Hill. I think they can get 2, Green. Why don't
They play New England. Who's the other team?
They play the Packers on Thanksgiving. Randy, let's go out west where the entire division is separated by like 1 game. Arizona's in first. Are the Cardinals the best team in that division?
Well, I'm not going to just give it to the Cardinals. One thing that I do listen to my researcher, Cap, and Cap talked about the head coach, Sean McVay, and how they finished last season. And 2 things that stands out to me. You got Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua late in the season with the Stafford being able to make that run. I'm not going to crown the Arizona Cardinals the favorite right now. I think the LA Rams will have something to say before season ends.
All right, and then here's one that I think is rapidly becoming the most interesting question in the entire NFL. Alex, by the time we get to the end of the season, Who will be the best rookie quarterback in the league?
This one's tough for me, Greeny, and this might sound crazy given Jaden Daniels is literally having a historic season. I think it's Bo Nix. I think by the end of the year, we're going to be talking about this guy as the offensive rookie of the year. I think it is this Sean Payton system is starting to click for him. He is more talented than people think. He's so gifted with his legs, and it's just ascended all season. I honestly think he overtakes Jaden Daniels for rookie of the year. He's playing at such a high level. Should have beat Kansas City a couple weeks ago. I like what this kid's doing.
I'm looking for reactions. That's quite the statement. Bo Nix over Jaden Daniels, rookie of the year.
I still think Jaden Daniels is the guy. I really do, man. And look, Caleb Williams didn't even mention, I mean, he played great last week, and that's the guy, the Patriot guy, man. I hate it.
If anybody's going to push Jaden, it's Bo. I mean, I like it. It's close for me. Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't necessarily mean that's who you would take first if we were redrafting it, but as far as the seasons they are having, that may be the case.